What is going on, guys? Welcome to another episode brought to you by Moderation Gaming. We're going to be showing you guys the MG podcast. Welcoming.
Yo, what is up there, guys? My name's Sean, aka Dr. Feelhot on the Xbox. And I'm going to go back to you, Andre,
All
aka
right.
Andrew. You could tell the topic of the video.
Yep. And, Sean's our co-host as usual. But anyways, today on our news, we're going to be talking about the Diablo 3 patch 104 and the Paragon system. And if you guys haven't checked it out, the link will be in the description below, and it'll also hopefully be popping up on the screen here. But basically, what the Blizzard has been introducing is the new Paragon levels. Paragon levels will be you'll be capped to 100 Paragon levels, and the basic system is it's going to be rewarding you Magic Find and an extra end game system to be kind of in tune to if you're not satisfied with your gold and Magic Find hunt for your end game. And basically, this was introduced today, as of today, for the Paragon system, and you can also check out the changes made for patch 104. The patch will change all sorts of things for the Witch Doctor, Wizard, Monk, and the Demon Hunter. From what I could see, the Barbarian is untouched, so if you guys want to check that out, you can go ahead and do that for yourselves, and it will be on the screen. If you are blind, sadly, you won't be able to see it.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry for anyone who might be blind watching this, but anyways, so that's basically all for my news today, and Sean's gonna be taking over from here.
Yeah, so I'm not really of a PC gamer, and I really do not know what you said, because I'm not that big of a PC gamer. All I basically play is Minecraft on the PC, so, yeah. Okay, so on to Xbox news, and basically whatever console news. Everyone knows that Black Ops 2 was shown at Gamescom, and basically the whole multiplayer was revealed there. Everything was shown, from like every game mode to the created class, the 10-point system, and a lot of more stuff. Everything was shown there. Everyone was really excited, as you can see. And I don't know, it's just no zombies was shown, but they said official date they said there was in September that they will release a zombie trailer and showing some stuff from zombies. And the multiplayer wasn't that bad. It was actually pretty good, but for 10-point systems to create a class, it's pretty hard to find a class that's overpowered like in other games such as Call of Duty.
The
It is
UMP-45.
Yeah, well, UMP-45, MP7, or other stuff like that. But for 10-point systems created class, it's going to be pretty hard to find an overpowered class to get because you have 10 points to actually create a class, and that's pretty much including everything you have to include in the class. And basically, Gamescom is coming to an end, and Black Ops 2 is going to release at the same date, but Zombies will be September. The campaign, there's not really much to say because you gotta wait to find out what it's about. And that's pretty much it for Xbox news. Not really much has been released at Gamescom other than Black Ops 2 being the main attraction there for everyone that saw it and actually play the multiplayer beta of it. But other than that, that's basically it. That's what happened for Xbox. So on to our main topic, and you can introduce that.
All right, I didn't understand anything you said either, Sean, because I'm more of a PC guy, and the only thing I play is MW2 right now on my console. But my console, once again, has had the Red Ring of Death, and it's currently sitting next to me. It's wrapped up in a blanket
Staring
now.
at you and just like
Yeah, its lights are on, and it's just looking at me with those three lights. But no, basically it's wrapped up in a blanket, so I actually can't see the lights. But I'm trying to overheat it. So last time it worked when I wrapped it up in a blanket. I don't know if it's gonna work this time. But we're gonna pop right into our topic here of the day, of the week. Sorry. The topic will be for the future of gaming and what we expect out of next generation consoles. So to say that the Xbox 720 or the PS4 and the soon coming Ouya, which is
ooh
actually
yeah.
I won't I'll try not to consider it to be some of the main consoles because from what I hear, the Ouya won't really be considered as a really main console. Doesn't feel that way anyways. And the future of gaming, saying that what we expect to come out of these next generation consoles, graphically and all sorts of stuff coming from controllers. Now we do not have this information, but it's our opinion on what should and would be part of the PS4 and the Xbox 720
What would make the PS4 and the Xbox 720 more attractive to the future of
gaming.
technology itself?
Yep. And there is a listing of all sorts of on what the PS3 and the Xbox 360 have as hardware, which is not easy to find. Trust me. Well, like you don't know about it until you look it up. But I will post that as well in the description below, showing you guys what what CPU it has and its video card. Now I know that the Xbox 360 CPU wasn't exactly reliable when it came to the Red Ring of Death, which I currently have.
Hey,
But
I've had that 2 times on my Xbox, and right now it's working perfectly fine.
you
And
can,
I haven't had the Red Rings of Death in the past 2 years, so
considering I had my Xbox 360 for the past 8 years, and only last month did it crap out on me, and now it's crapping out on me again.
eight
It's
years,
not
man. Oh
bad.
my
Eight
god.
eight years. 8 years. I've had my Xbox 360 since I was like freaking young, man. That's crazy.
I've had my Xbox for 5 years, and that's crapped out on me 2 times. So
Well, it's crapped out on me on the second time, and hopefully it won't crap on me again. But we're hoping that the Xbox, that's the first point of the day actually for the Xbox 720. We're hoping that the Red Rings of Death will never happen. That's
yeah,
something
because
for
that
sure.
was basically a major problem
That
back with the
that was
Xbox 360.
that must have been
So
the biggest problem that Microsoft had with the Xbox 360 was the red ring of death or any red lights flashing. It happens often when you buy a new Xbox 360, and it was a big problem when the Xbox 360 came out, I'm sure.
yeah, the official when it came out in 2005, everyone that bought Xbox 360 got the Red Rings of Death. It could be one, two, or three, but they got it no matter what. And Microsoft was filled with complaints and filled with Xboxes to repair that they just had to make a big update to the system, and they
And
didn't
you
really
still have to pay for that. You still have to pay
they
for the
oh, well
repair.
they didn't really take out the Red Rings of Death, but they took it out so it didn't really when
They
you open your Xbox it
they
didn't really
tried to.
launch.
They
They
tried to
tried
fix
to
the issue, but it's still here. It's still
they
there.
fixed it a little bit because when people got it they would play for a couple hours and they would just instantly Red Rings of Death,
Yep.
and that's what basically
You
made
have to
Microsoft
you have to work it in, I guess.
yeah.
And I've seen my friends also have the same problem with the PS3 overheating, but that was after they actually left it on for a few days and then it crapped out, which is kind of weird. Why would you leave your PS3 on for a few days? But basically, kind of crapped out on them after like 2 days of being on and in a very not very filtered, like an air filtered place. So it didn't get much air and it died on them. But PS3 wise, when were PS3s coming back to Sony as much as Xbox 360 was? Most likely not, nowhere near.
Yeah. And that's what we're hoping in the future of gaming, that when you buy a console, you don't have to bring it back the next day because it's overheating
That
or
was
it's just died on you.
yeah.
So,
We're also hoping that, well, of course, the main thing is we're hoping that with the Xbox 360 and the PS4, sorry, the Xbox 720 and the PS4 will hopefully have new more CPU power, more graphically intense, so people can actually start making games for the the Xbox 720 and the PS4 to be a little more graphically demanding games. Like for the PC can take this, but the Xbox 360 can't take the games some of the games that the PC can take. Or if games are brought to the PC, are brought down from the PC to Xbox 360 or PS3, it not
like
from what I know
Minecraft.
of, not that I know of, does that ever happen much when they're ported over? Like
Minecraft.
I can't I yeah, Minecraft happened. Like, is that a graphically demanding game? Not really. That's like
No.
the only game that. Oh man,
That's like Nintendo 64 graphics.
that's Nintendo 64 right there. But not to
But
complain
by the
about
way,
that
Nintendo
Nintendo
64
64.
was like the greatest thing ever.
That's the last thing Nintendo has ever really won
It
on.
was like the childhood. Like that was my childhood, Nintendo 64.
Yeah. And we could talk about the Wii U, but that's not going to be really part of the PS4 and the Xbox 720, considering I'm I don't know much about the Wii U. I don't know if you know anything about it, Sean.
I do. It's basically the Wii U is an add-on to the Wii. Basically, like Kinect added to Xbox and frig PS3 Move added to the PS3. It's
Which are
basically
both
like a
not
screen.
great.
It's like you have an iPad connected to the Wii, but it's basically Nintendo's version of an iPad, and you can like draw stuff on it and like do stuff with it. It's not that much of an update, but it is basically an add-on. You can't really say it's another console, but
Yeah.
it is an add-on.
And I know about I've heard about the Ouya, which apparently is very cheap.
Yeah,
The
100 bucks,
Ouya,
hundred
$100,
dollars,
$100.
just to be precise, $99.99.
Yeah, and it's not it's not as expensive as the Xbox 360 was on release. I'm pretty sure the Xbox 360 on release, the Elite was maybe $500.
Yeah, but the
I'm getting my
PS3
numbers
was
right.
800. The PS3 was $800 first week.
Really?
Well, the first, yeah, it was.
And then what, they brought down the prices, hopefully. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
basically, after Christmas they brought down the prices because I don't know,
That's
$800.
expensive.
It was, but whatever. That's just the way the market goes for gaming.
I don't remember what I bought my Xbox 360 for. I think the white Xbox, which is just the normal Xbox, I sold for no, I bought for $300 maybe.
Well, it depends if it was the arcade or the normal one.
Yeah, I know my brother had the Xbox 360 Elite, which was the black one. Um, like I can show you guys a picture of that on the screen, but basically it's yeah, it's pretty. I don't know what the differences were between the Xbox 360 Elite and the Xbox 360, but it was more expensive.
It was a bigger hard drive,
Yeah, the
basically.
bigger hard drive. And now that they have the slim version, but hopefully they're gonna actually come out with the Xbox 720 and the PS4. And here I'll try to pull something up here for you guys, showing you guys the actual difference between the PS4 and the Xbox. Sorry, the difference between PS3 and Xbox 360 hardware wise, and what we're hoping that it will amount to. From what I remember, the PS3 had an 8-core processor. Now, what I'd like to see out of the PS3 is, kind of upgrade to a 16-core processor. Now, I know that I can't remember
Dual-core?
what company, but for PC, they've upgraded to the first 16-core processor ever made. I'm sure that they've expanded on that, and now it's no longer the first 16-core processor ever. But I'm sure that 16-core processor would be worth your money when it comes to processing on the PS4. And as long as the speed on the PS4 was fine, when it like even if it does have high amount of cores, it still needs to be fast. And I'm pretty sure that the Xbox 360, I can't remember, was a dual or a quad core, but I know that the graphics card was like a very cheap graphics card for the Xbox.
It was 2005, and you couldn't find a big graphic card back then.
Graphics card that was cheap,
And
and
you could have that's the only thing they could probably find is the newest up to date graphic card for the Xbox 360 when it was released. So
and that's big. It's there. I went over with my friend not too long ago what the differences were between the Xbox 360 and the PS3, and we already talked about the big console wars. Talking about how if the PS3 is better than the Xbox 360, and they just have their stronger points at certain points. And it's weird because I found that the hardware on the PS3 was better than what they had on the Xbox 360. But even though the Xbox 360 feels, in my opinion, that it's better than the PS4. PS3, sorry. This
Yeah.
PS4 is in my head. And from what I've heard, that the Xbox 720 will be released soon next year or the year after,
2014. That's probably
2014.
the year where Microsoft's aiming for. So
And I've heard that the PS4 will actually be released years after that, 2016.
PS4, there's not really confirmation. There's not really been anything released from PS4 yet. It's just an idea, first of all, but I'm pretty sure at Sony they're making it, but they haven't been releasing
Yeah.
information out. But I'm pretty sure the year that they're aiming for is probably close to when the Xbox 720 will come out, so probably 2016, 2017, sometime like that.
Yeah. And according to according to Microsoft, the Xbox 720 will launch between the ages of 2013 and 2015, and they said they want to release it before 2015. So we're assuming that's 2014 mark.
2014 holidays time, so basically November, if I'm trying to guess. November 2014, probably to be precise.
Yep.
That's probably the biggest game market month of the year. Probably November is usually where every big title game comes out, like COD, Halo. I don't know. I could say a lot of games that are big titled. Uh, that's basically the biggest game market for the month to be releasing stuff. So I'm pretty sure the Xbox would fit perfectly into November 2014.
Yep.
And yeah.
Um. Oh, did I even mention that in the first podcast? I knew that Microsoft was actually. I don't know if not many people actually do know about the Blu-ray versus HD war, HD DVD and Blu-ray. Blu-ray won, of course, but Microsoft. I'm pretty sure Microsoft was actually selling drives. Drives that you can hook up to your Xbox, that you can swap out with your existing drive in your Xbox 360. You'd actually have to dismantle it and remantle it. But it was basically a drive that could run your Xbox 360 games with your HD DVD capabilities of reading HD DVDs, and so that makes me think that Microsoft supported HD DVD. Anyways, I had that in my head and I had to get it out. But if anyone is listening to this and knows, please leave it in the comment section below so I can like ease my mind. Because I always like the idea of HD DVD better than Blu-ray, and considering that the PS3 actually does the PS3 does support Blu-ray and the Xbox 360 doesn't support Blu-ray, I'm pretty sure at
But
one point it started supporting HD at some point. I don't know. I don't know.
I know there's a difference between Blu-ray and HD, but I don't know. I don't know.
It's
I don't know. I haven't really bought any Blu-ray stuff, so I don't really see the difference. But there is a difference to it, but I don't know. I just like more the HD DVD or the DVD really itself, because I don't know. That's just my style,
and there's
basically.
also the we are now I can't touch on this enough. I'm hoping that Xbox 720 will have built-in Wi-Fi as the PS3 did.
Well, them Xbox Slim does
Yeah.
build-in Wi-Fi, so
Well,
I'm
we're
pretty sure
assuming
they'll
they'll
add
do it.
that.
Well,
I'm
we're
pretty sure
assuming they'll
they'll
do it.
add that to the Xbox 720. So
We're assuming they'll do it. And if they don't do it, then that's kind of going to be
then we have to buy an adapter, well, for it to plug into the Xbox if you want wireless, or buy this long ass
Ethernet cable.
Ethernet cable, and it has to run through your walls, or I don't know, whatever you guys run through your stuff. But I don't know.
And that's another thing that I'm actually hoping that the Xbox 360 will have. I'm hoping that the Xbox 360 will have a terabyte hard drive.
Ooh,
Terabyte,
that's
terabytes,
you
man.
mean the Xbox 720?
Yeah, did I say the Xbox 360 again?
Yes, you did.
Okay, I'm hoping that the Xbox 720 will come out with a hard drive,
One
and
terabyte hard drive.
that's
That would
one
be
thing I know that
incredible.
I
That would
know
be incredible.
I know that's one thing that the Slim didn't do, and is was removable hard drives. I hope they
Yes, there is removable hard drive for the Slim.
like they could you remove it?
Uh,
Like,
I've
could
went
you
to my
remove
friend's
the
house
the
and
hard drive?
you could remove the hard drive, but you can't really plug it into anything else. It's just there.
All right.
You
Well,
you can remove it and put it in the other Xbox, but you can't remove it and like plug into your PC. Say for
oh yeah.
example, with the old Xbox, you could plug it in with a transfer cable,
Yep.
and that's what basically what it was.
And that's another thing. I'm hoping that Xbox 360 will become a little more compatible with PC, considering Microsoft, kind of owns, Windows 7, and I'm hoping that they'll,
And
make it a little more.
there's no internet on the Xbox 360. Like there's no web browser where we can browse stuff.
Yep. Well, from what we know of is that this Xbox 720 will have will be based off of Windows 8.
Yeah, and that's Windows 8 is like,
I
mm,
actually thought that the Windows 8 seemed a little goofy to me.
yeah, it wasn't really that good.
It wasn't
It
worth.
it looked like something that was on a tablet.
Yeah.
Basically, that's my point of view. But like,
Well, like what can you do, right? It's just we're hoping that the Xbox. I I kind of want a new dashboard. I want the Xbox 720 to completely mop the floor with PS4, and I want it to be powerful. I want the Xbox 720 to have the most balling out shit that you can currently have on your PC. So you're hoping for a 16 core, like somewhere around at least 3.6 gigahertz. That seems kind of cool, but maybe 4 gigahertz. I'd like 4 gigahertz and 16 cores of processing speed with a better card that could fit into your Xbox. And I'm hoping just those changes will be made. And when it
bigger
comes
hard
to
drive.
the but yeah, it's that's pretty much the inside of the machine. I don't know if you think that anything on the outside of the machine should be changed.
I don't know. Basically, I don't know. Xbox 720, it's gonna have its own design.
Yeah,
They will change the design from the Xbox 360 or the Xbox 360 Slim to another design,
yeah,
like they did from the original Xbox to the Xbox 360. It'll be probably a brand new design that I don't know. It could be it could be
could look nicer than
some
PS4,
edit. It could be an edit from
or could
the
look
Xbox
completely different.
360, or it could be completely different. Like you never
Yep,
know.
yep,
Like
and
all we know is that it could be this giant ball that you press the button in the middle and it starts up the whole thing.
yeah, yeah,
And
and
you never know. Like
yeah, you don't know it. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool actually, but
like
and you're
you
hoping.
press the button in the middle, you could check like which controller's on, like and it's like gonna be like all clear. You can see like the whole inside of it.
Yeah,
I don't know. That was
I don't know if I want any changes to the Xbox 360 controller. Maybe
do not know. We're not. I hope they don't change the controller.
yeah, the controller's fine where it is. I love the Xbox 360 controller, which is why I actually favor the Xbox 360 over the PS3. One of the main reasons, and I'm hoping
Yeah.
maybe from what I could see, there's nothing that you could really change from it. Maybe a
No,
you
no,
know,
not pretty much nothing.
like you could remove the battery pack, but I don't find that that's really of use because when you don't want to have another controller charging there, and then so you have to buy another controller so you can have a remote charging while you're playing with your remote, and then you have to pull off your you know charging remote so you can play with that remote. But batteries is fine the way it is. I just hope that they make it a little more energy efficient, saying that instead of 4 hours of battery life, maybe 8 hours of battery life. That I know that's demanding for a something like
Controller.
a something like a controller, right? But something for like a double A. So maybe they're I don't know, special batteries for that. Maybe they're gonna maybe they'd upgrade to a different battery. Whatever changes they make, and it's not completely terrible. It's fine with me as long as it's an improvement and not a downgrade from the Xbox 360.
And probably another thing that I would like for the Xbox 720 is like a built-in camera, built-in microphone, like the Kinect, like pretty much a built-in Kinect
A
on the
built-in
Xbox
Kinect system.
720.
Yep.
Like
And
that would be
not
good.
not
So
only just a Kinect system on the Xbox 360, but sorry, Xbox 720, but I'd like them to improve on the Kinect that they already have. So have like kind of like a Kinect 2.0 built-in integrated system. That'd be nice. And I know that we are very biased when it comes to the PS4 because we're not talking about it very much, but because we don't play on the PS4, we can't talk about the differences that we'd want from it. But what I can tell that if they're coming out with the PS4, that and it's just Moore's law to say that every what is it 14 months computer power doubles, right? So if the PS4 is actually coming out after the Xbox 720, I'd like the computer power on the PS4 to be more powerful. Saying like, I know it'd be a little difficult to wrap your mind around, but a 32 core processor would be ballin'.
well, basically what they'll do is like I don't know. There's gonna be a lot of changes probably because it's I don't know the Xbox 360, PS3. I don't know. I can't say they're out of date, but I don't know. They're starting to get up there
Yep.
into that aging area
Oh man, they're
because you
they're
can
already in the aging area. They've been in the aging area for the past 4 years.
see like Xbox. The
Uh,
original Xbox was released in 2000. The Xbox 360 was released in 2005. That's a 5 years different.
yeah.
And right now, there's not really been a new console out for the Xbox, and it's been 7 years. So
Yep.
they got to really start to think about making another wall. They
And
got to really think.
I'd like it's and now we're talking about a little more outside of the Xbox. I'd also like to see new game franchises coming out for the Xbox 360, the Xbox 720. I'm sorry, um, and not just the same franchises. So COD and stuff. Hopefully, I'm kind of hoping that COD is gonna die, and Activision and Treyarch are actually gonna have to go. Okay, COD is no longer possible. We're gonna have to
Make another game series
make
that
a new game series, not just go. Okay, Call of Duty 4 was so Call of Duty Modern
was
Warfare
like
1
yeah, it
was
was like it
so
was so good.
successful. Let's just
Let's
keep
just take
making these,
that.
and then World at
It's
War
like
was so successful, and then
no, it's like
number
let's take
6.
Call of Duty 4. Let's take that and let's put it into other games and just like make it edit it a little bit so it looks like it's a brand new game.
Yeah,
So yeah,
it's just
I don't know.
like from what I could see, the only differences they've ever changed from the graphics so far was MW2, and since MW2 graphics, every game from what I could see has been the same except for new guns, new maps, and more crap single player story that no one wants to play.
Yeah, well, Black Ops 2 is going to come out, and it's going to be future. So that's what Treyarch did with Call of Duty. That they brought it somewhere. They brought it to a next level, like futurized, because I don't know, just this basically like basic. It's been modern wars, and if you bring it to the future, I don't know, it's basically another level. So like we haven't seen that in the Call of Duty series, and Treyarch did bring it to the next level with probably all new futuristic stuff. So, but all in all, they gotta make like one last final Call of Duty game and just end the whole game series. Make another one. Well, don't make another game series that will probably be big,
Yeah.
like not Call of Duty related, but another big series that's not like Call of Duty related because Call of Duty is old. There's so many shooter games out there, especially first person shooter, and I don't know, just they basically look a lot of alike. Just some different details have been changed.
Yeah.
So
For any of you technical junkies out there, here I finally found the hardware differences between Xbox 360 and PS3, and here it is. The Xbox 360 has a 3.2 gigahertz PowerPC with 3 dual-threaded processor cores. Okay, and
okay.
what the PS3 has is a 3.2 gigahertz cell processor with 7 single-threaded synergetic processing units. So it is an 8-core. It does have an 8-core processor. The PS3 does have an 8-core processor, but the eighth core is not used, which is weird. Now I know that because unless my sources are incorrect, but I'm pretty sure it is an 8-core processor, but the eighth core is not used, or we just simply don't know what it is used for. And if you guys want to know the Wii, oh man, that's some pretty bad. Look, it's 729 megahertz speed
Ooh,
with
ooh, ooh,
Broadway
high tech
processor with
stuff, man. High tech
Broadway
stuff.
processors with 5 execution units. That's weird. I don't know
That's
why.
pretty high tech, man. That's totally high tech.
Yeah, almost a gigahertz. Like the Xbox 360 only has 3 times your power, more than 3 times your power.
Yeah.
But anyways, as well with the graphic processors, the GPU type is an ATI-based custom processor. The PS3 has an NVIDIA-based processor, so they were both using difference between ATI and NVIDIA, and the clock speeds are pretty much the same. Xbox 360 losing with 500 megahertz, and PlayStation 3 winning with 550 megahertz. It's not that big of a difference.
Ooh, hoo, hoo.
But the video game RAM on the Xbox 360 is 512 megabytes, while the PS3's video RAM is 256 megabits. So, and if you're looking for video memory bandwidth, it's Xbox 360 losing again with 21.6 gigabits per second, but the actually upgraded. It's been upgraded from what I can see, but the PS3 winning with 22.4 gigabits per second. But with RAM, when it comes to RAM on the Xbox 360, it's 256 gigabits per second, depending on what you're looking at on the system. But you can look at the audio system memory, but I'll post that up on the video, and hopefully you'll look at it. And I'll also put the link in the description below so you can see what I was looking at. And that's pretty much the difference between the Xbox 360 and PS3. And we're hoping that this will scale, and I'm hoping that the Xbox 720 is going to be better than the PS4. But since the PS4 is coming out later, it's probably going to be the other way around. PS4 is going to be better than the
Yeah, it's
Xbox
probably gonna be a
720.
little bit updated, but
Yeah,
you never know. Even
but
though the Xbox 360 loses a lot of them, but there's still more people that bought the Xbox 360 than the PS3.
yep,
So that's still pretty good.
yep.
That's
Uh,
that's what I find. Like it's still pretty good. So
But it is, at this point, we're kind of actually just dragging along the podcast. But if you guys are listening to this and you are a Xbox 360 fan, a PS3 fan, a Wii fan, or a soon-to-be Ouya fan,
ooh
um,
yeah, ooh yeah.
post down in the
Basically,
comments. Post down in the comments. Tell us about what your favorite console is and why. And if you guys can tell us any bit of information why the Xbox 360 is better than the PS3, we will be happy to know. And if you guys are PS3 fans and you are going to tell us why PS3 is better than the Xbox 360, I probably won't read your comment because I don't feel like reading that. But anyways, guys, it's been Moderation Gaming here, and we'll see you next time.
see ya.
See y'all.